Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the trailer.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Welcome to another installment of the Screen Squad podcast. On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny.
Zazie.
And Edgar.
And we're totally going to be talking about...
Way to bring it down, by the way. It goes... Doo, 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 da, 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 da. Welcome to the Screen Squad podcast.
So? It's called an intro. You can't be happy all the time with all these protests going on. Everything happening in the world can't be happy all the time.
I got a new pair of
Brian,
shoes.
like Brian Lee. Like Brandon Lee said, can't rain all the time. Wait, no?
Yeah.
No.
Hangman?
We're talking about Blues Brothers 2000, a movie that apparently nobody likes.
Sorry.
Really? Mad disrespectful.
It burned my lips.
Mad disrespectful. Jesus. And it just
Where's the hammer?
it's right next to me just in case already. 2 minutes in and you already have to do, I guarantee you, like in a couple minutes you'll be like,
Yeah, you almost died in the last one.
So no, we're talking about Blues Brothers 2000, a sequel for a really well-loved movie. A lot of people love the original Blues
It's a great
Brothers,
movie.
They were on
right? And then the sequel, originally, if you remember, the first Blues Brothers is one of the movies that held the world record for most car crashes. And then the sequel upped the ante.
Who has it now? That's not CGI.
What? I forgot. Oh, it was G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra now.
That's right. I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I think it's by like 8 cars.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie.
The first one. Nah, no one does. Steven Summers' movie that he showed that he didn't understand G.I. Joe.
Is that the Marlon Wayans?
Yeah, Marlon Wayans,
Oh, yeah.
Channing
We
Tatum.
talked about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But you have...
No, we mentioned it.
Well, yeah, no, but we mentioned that whole thing that he doesn't know G.I. Joe.
He does, yeah. But you have... So you have a movie that takes place, what is it, like 18 years after the original?
Yes.
18.
Right? Where you have Elwood J. Blues getting out of prison, because at the end of the last movie, they go to prison.
Yeah.
Right?
All of them?
Just...
Oh, no, just them two. That's
yeah.
right. They were the only ones
Yeah.
driving. That's right.
And it's literally a movie that has no reason, no MacGuffin. There's no reason for why things are really
Did
happening.
you say MacGuffin?
Yeah, like no thing they're chasing, no real plot story as to what and why things are happening.
No,
It's
he
just
just wants to
the
put
whole
the
time of the
band
movie
back
he's just
together.
saying putting the band back together. That's for no real reason. Because in the first movie, at least, it was to save the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Everything they did in the first movie got wiped out by the sequel.
Well, yeah, because the orphanage doesn't exist.
Yeah, they closed the orphanage. Wasn't it Jake Blues died, Cab died. The only person left is Elwood, and literally this movie
And
is
the Nun.
and the Nun, and it's a movie that was just made to bring again artists, but it's like it was done in a way where it's just song after song.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really
Well,
there's no
it's,
real story,
It's Dan Aykroyd's love for blues
and you have
and specific type of blues.
Right. But that was the whole reason for the Blues Brothers. You know, you didn't need a sequel. I mean, it's not a bad movie. The songs are good. The music's good in it. It's just a movie that doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Right? I mean, it's cool. You're trying to bring, blues back to the mainstream in 1998.
Oh, and
You add a kid to try to already?
What?
You already clearing your throat? And they try to bring the kids in, right? They try to bring the kids in by bringing Buster Blues, the little kid. Did you even know that they had a Blues Brothers 2000 video
No.
I did not know
that
that.
has nothing to do with the movie? It's like he's fighting aliens and jumping on clouds. It's all Elwood Blues. It's weird.
He's a big conspiracy guy though too.
Yeah.
He loves his alien conspiracies.
And so in the movie, everything that was done in the reason the first one existed is all wiped out. You have Elwood getting released from prison, and finding out that his brother died. Wouldn't they have told him in prison? But I guess not. Whatever. They tell him after that both.
Well, they forgot.
Yeah.
Remember, he says, "Didn't you guys tell him?"
And then Frank. I mean, the cool thing is they bring back a lot of people from the first one. But again, it's like these are cameos. You know who I really feel bad for in this movie?
Who?
John Goodman.
Why?
He didn't get any real lines. If you notice the interactions between John Goodman and
They're superficial.
Mighty Mac and Elwood, they never really
Talk.
ever.
Yeah, but
All of a sudden they're like buddy. It's like what the
like
hell?
a few small conversations.
When you meet him at the bar and then he's like talking to him about like, how I've always wanted to sing.
Yeah, and that's about it. Like there's no conversations they really have. And then Buster, the whole kid story is useless in the movie too.
Well, he runs away.
Yeah, but again, it's like it's just useless. A lot of the story, everything that's done in the story is useless. They couldn't even, I don't know. You had what Nazis in the first one, and this one you have the KKK or
Russians,
the Russians and the rednecks,
Communists.
You can't use that bougie shit.
Yeah. So you have that like,
damn that Daryl Hammond though.
and it tries to be funny, but I guess realistically, I watched this movie for just to watch the musical performances. That's it.
Yeah, I actually felt the same way yesterday. I watched it with my wife and my son, and yeah, they weren't having it. The story just doesn't. Even I felt it. I hadn't watched it in a long time, and I was like, ooh, yeah, let's just skip to the music.
Yeah, because that's all that's good in the movie. I mean, and then if you watch any of the behind the scenes from the first movie, like some of the performances were playback, and on track, but like some of them were actually live performances. Like James Brown is always live because he sings differently every time. He sang differently every time he performed.
I'm going to do my thing.
By the way, when he was singing with Sam Moore, ooh, yeah, he should have just kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie,
It's kind of sad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough movie because it's like you're shitting on the original.
No, not the original.
On the first, it's like you're.
They are.
Yeah. It's like everything. The whole reason, everything that made the first movie good makes this one bad.
that's just a reason to get everybody together again.
But not even but there's no reason to. There's no real reason in the movie. There's no plot.
When did he become
device.
When did he become one of the owners of House of Blues?
Way before that, before that time, before Blues Brothers 2000.
Then I have no idea. Then
Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
that's questions. That's questions.
Universal made a big stink about this too, because I remember when I worked there, they had a huge premiere for it.
And like 3 people showed
No, there was a lot of people.
Well, because you're getting a bunch of
There was
these
a lot of
blues
people.
legends.
Schwarzenegger was there.
I mean, he was there for a lot of things.
I like the blues.
Sing me the blues.
Sing me the blues, brothers. It's like, again, it's a movie because it doesn't have the heart of the first one. It doesn't have the heart at all, and the jokes
it does need John.
Yeah, the jokes, and I was again, and looking at
It has John.
Belushi,
You can't just go one word. No.
it needed Jake Blues. That's what he meant.
They're on a mission from God.
But even then, even that, again, in the first one, it makes sense because they're trying to save the orphanage. That's their mission. The second one, he just says God works in mysterious ways, like 35,000 times in the movie. But there's no reason for it. Like, okay, cool. And then you have like
Does it say the Lord works in mysterious ways?
Yeah, the same thing.
No.
Drink your tea, bitch.
All right, sweet.
So you
On the mic?
no, if you
I burned myself.
drinking, on the
You
mic,
already
bitch.
had it next to you.
No, it was on
No,
the
it was
floor.
on the floor next to him. Until you see it.
So you
That's
hear
when it's real.
bang the door, bang the table. No. So it just completely it needed because it really realistically the first movie, Elwood he's big part of it, but Jake is the bigger part in the original. John Belushi, his energy of that movie brought it in. They didn't allow John Goodman wasn't allowed to be Fred Flintstone. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't allowed to do
and
anything.
He can be like
real.
No Dan Connor.
No, yeah, no.
They didn't put that in the story. And originally it was supposed to be. So this, from what I was reading, the original story wasn't that Cab had another half kid. Well, there was a half kid, but it was actually going to be played by Jim Belushi.
Huh?
No,
that would have been horrible.
No John Goodman.
No.
It was going to be Jim Belushi. And it was going to be similar story, but it was going to be Jim Belushi instead.
I'm glad they didn't do that.
Right, to keep a Belushi in there, but because I think he was on a TV show and he couldn't get out of it, they had to rewrite the story, and they brought in Miles Dyson.
Miles Dyson, Joe Morton.
Yeah, Miles Dyson. They brought him in, and he does look a lot like Cab Calloway.
That's true.
True that.
Like in the picture they show you, they do have a resemblance. They do have a resemblance. And then, but you need that performer that's next to Elwood, because Elwood doesn't really sing a lot in a lot of the songs. It was mainly carried by Jake.
Yeah.
So you needed somebody that's going to carry the songs, and so that's why they brought in Mighty Mac. But it just doesn't fit. Like, it just wasn't the same. It's not the same. The comedy falls flat a lot. It's just
like our podcast.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I think we're funny.
I have my moments.
Okay, never mind then.
When you steal somebody's joke.
Yeah.
But it works.
For them.
I just don't get paid for it. It's fine.
So if we talk about the movie, it's how long is it? Is it over 2 hours? It feels like it's long.
It's about 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours, 5 minutes.
So you have
no, it's not.
It's about
it can't be
3.5 hours.
Jeez, what is this?
It does say 2 hours 3 minutes.
Oh,
it's close.
No wonder it felt so long.
I'm telling you, no, that's not true. It's just too much. It's like a bunch of filler stuff that doesn't need it, because all you're waiting for is to move on to the next song, because there's nothing of substance in between those songs.
It's really slow.
You have all these different artists who they have a legit name, but they're just kind of throwbacks to the movie, to the original. Like Aretha.
Aretha's not a throwback. I mean, you put her in
she's in the first one.
She's in the first one, but I don't like the version of Respect that they did.
No, she updated it because she had already done the original in the first one.
And she was old too.
Did she do Respect in the first one?
Yeah, I think it's Respect.
Why would you? I don't think it was Respect. Was it Respect? I don't remember the song that she sang.
I think near the end, right?
No, when they're in the burger joint.
Yeah, no, at this, but
I
can't remember what time. I know he's
trying to get he's trying to get him to sing.
But see, and then that doesn't make sense, because now everyone in the band is somewhat successful, right? Some of them are like they have a dealership. Some are on radio. Why are they gonna leave that to go back to the Blues Brothers and not make money and
for
just
music?
perform?
Well, I mean, you've met musicians. They're stupid.
Hey.
In general.
No.
In general.
No.
In general.
Take that back.
No, they can't do it. Especially blues musicians. Yeah, they'll do anything.
Hey.
Easy.
They're like, I can play music again. Sweet.
That's why they did it, dude.
Hey, you gonna leave your 401k? Hell yeah, I am, to go make $1.20. No, that's they tend to be too involved in.
I think
heart
she doesn't.
music.
And by the way, Aretha doesn't sing Respect.
Think.
She sings Think.
Yeah, that's right. Think.
You better think. But those songs are. But look. Okay, but watch.
I felt like the Bee Gees all of a sudden.
But watch. Look at the
Which
difference
one?
between the soundtrack of the first movie versus the soundtrack of the second movie. You have more of the Blues Brothers performing songs in the first movie. The sequel,
come on.
the sequel, it's a lot. The movie with C. Thomas Howell.
Awesome movie, by the way.
No,
Watch
it's not. No, it's not. You have them performing a lot more of the songs versus in the sequel. Like because they don't have Jim Belushi. Yeah, because Dan Aykroyd was more of a backup guy.
Yeah.
He was the hype man. He was the Flavor Flav of the Blues Brothers.
Damn, that's deep.
That's what he was.
Chuck D.
So the movie itself, again, it starts off and like you have a cameo with by Frank Oz, and he's playing the same.
He's the
playing
warden,
character.
right?
Yeah, he's playing. He was in the first movie, so you bring him back. He's the warden, and Elwood gets released, and he gets picked up by one of his homies. I guess the dancers from the club.
Yeah.
And then that's when he gets taken to the whatever. He goes and he visits the nun, and they tell him about everything closing, and he finds out that Cab died, and then that Cab had another son, and then all of a sudden the kid leaves with him.
Wait, so what was the first song he performed?
The first song that gets performed is "Looking for a Fox."
Not Cheaper to Keep Her?
Yeah, it's Cheaper to Keep Her.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
that's when he's singing by
then it's
himself.
Looking-
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a bad song.
Yeah, and Junior Wells
But
playing.
again,
Junior Wells
Dan-
playing
Dan-
harmonica.
But again, Dan Aykroyd is.
Yeah, but Junior Wells.
Yeah. But then so
Most
then
blues
it
singers
goes-
not good singers.
But then it goes to Looking for a Fox with John Good with Mac singing.
Yeah.
Goodwin?
Goodman. you have
Gone June.
John
Ganja Man.
Gone Judman, huh? Then you have so you have him.
She's manless.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus. Your nickname in jail, Jiz Manless. So then you have like John Goodman performing Looking for a Fox, which is a good performance. He's good in the performances. Like when he's performing, you see Mac's character. The rest of the movie, he has no character. Like he
plays kind of like bashful, like he looks kind of like a little kid.
Yeah,
the way he acts.
but when he's on stage, he like lights up and he's good.
Mighty Mac,
right?
Mighty
He is
Mac.
Mighty Mac. But I just don't like what they just underused.
They did him dirty.
The Mac character.
They did him
period.
dirty.
There was no character growth for Mac. Period in the movie.
No,
for nobody. Not even Elwood. There's no character growth anywhere. This movie was just made to be a movie to show performances.
Yeah.
They should have just done a Blues Brothers 2000 live concert movie. Would have been better.
I think maybe it's because it came
Would
out
have been cheaper too.
cheaper to keep her.
You're dumb.
I'm a musician.
Tahasi, you were saying it would have been cheaper.
Oh
what?
no, I think it would have been better. It's because it came out. What was it? When was the first one made? The original Blues Brothers.
80?
82?
82?
I think 80.
Was it 19? Something.
80.
Hold on. We'll
This
see.
came out in 98.
Yeah.
It's 18 years later.
Yeah, 1980.
Yeah, it took too long.
Yeah, and then
It took too long. Nobody wanted it. Nobody needed it.
It wasn't a needed. It wasn't a movie that should have gotten a sequel.
No.
I mean, it was literally a money play, but it sucked because again, the whole reason the first movie is good is the chemistry between Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
You don't have chemistry in this movie at all.
Yeah, like in the first one when
It's
when
goofy.
John-
it's a goofy movie. This
Even
movie,
though
it's
I love
goofy.
John Goodman. John Goodman is good in everything I've seen him in.
Flintstones.
He's still good in it.
I didn't say anything. He was good in the Flintstones.
He's a
Isn't
great
Rick
bad guy,
Moranis in the first one?
In the first one with
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Please.
And then it's
Barney.
what, Stephen Baldwin. He grows like
Then-
7 feet.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
the Viva Rock Vegas.
Oh God.
Yeah. Halle Berry. She's in that.
Yeah, she
in the
played
first one, in the
Sharon
first one.
Stone.
Oh, she's in the first one?
Yeah, she played Sharon Stone.
Miss Stone. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her name, Sharon Stone. In the
Did you
cartoon.
just watch it on HBO or something?
No, I've seen it. Did
Because it played like yesterday on HBO.
it really?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
I'm gonna
watched
watch
it. It's good. I liked it. I like the animatronics in that movie. The dinosaurs, the elephants,
I haven't seen that in a long time.
The Rosie O'Donnell.
the rose. No, I don't like. I think that was a real bad casting.
Yeah.
That's a real bad. That is a bad casting, by the way.
At the time she wasn't as big as she's been.
She was a baby elephant.
Yeah, but she lost a lot of weight before that.
But it was just miscasting. She's not a Betty. She's not a Betty at all.
She's not at all.
And then the voice is annoying.
That's why she got the cast, because of the voice.
But even then, like Elizabeth Perkins is a pretty good Wilma.
Perkins?
She was in that movie with Dan Aykroyd, though.
Exit to Eden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
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 With the S&M gear on.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't. Please don't.
That you remember.
It's on the cover of the movie.
I don't remember that movie at all.
No one remembers that movie. Come on.
What are they? They're cops, right?
Yeah, Undercover Cops. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's starting to come back to me.
But
all coming back.
no, but
all
again, it's a missed opportunity with a lot of stuff that's happening because there's nothing happening in this movie other than performances. That's literally everything this movie is about. Let's just get to the next performance.
Just put a mic in front of these motherfuckers and make some money.
And if we're gonna talk about that, then we're gonna have to just play the performances because the songs are really what make this movie enjoyable. Because you're not gonna watch this movie for you want to laugh.
I mean, but it's pretty cool to watch like let's say BB King and try to act. That's still kind of fun. It's just
or Eric Clapton.
Yeah, or Eric.
Him and his monologue.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, but Sam Cooke and all these guys, they have a few lines, and that's kind of fun to watch.
Steve Winwood.
Yeah, Steve Winwood. Yeah.
But so I mean, again, but that's towards the end. That's you've
no, but in the beginning. But yeah, there's all this extra space that's not needed.
There's definitely, and it's called like it's
road
called the
film
lines
too,
of the movie.
It's a road film too, though,
because you're just waiting for the next performance. Like when the movie starts, there's no performance, but when the movie picks up is when you finally hear
Lonnie Jr., the band, the girls and I, we're going to do a little song for you now. A little Mac Rice number. Hey, all you married men, if you're tied up, you better stay tied up. Because it's cheaper to keep her.
It's cheaper to keep her. It is cheaper to keep her.
But do you guys also notice that his
bad intro to the song?
No, but his Chicago accent is a lot thicker than the original.
Yeah,
and it's more. It's
because he speaks more in this one than he did in the original.
Yeah, but and it's not needed. Like again, he should not have been speaking in this movie.
Yeah.
To reverse the roles and make him the lead was not a wise choice.
Sometimes you gotta step up.
But is he responsible for wanting to bring it back?
Dan Aykroyd, yes.
Yeah. So there you go.
He wanted the movie to be made
right before that. He was performing with John Goodman as
the Blues Brothers, yeah.
Oh yeah,
and also with Jim Belushi too.
They were the travel because during Planet Hollywood they would show up Planet Hollywood or House Blues and play as the Blues Brothers, but it just still
what
even though you bring John Goodman in to sing like as part of the band, you give him a real shitty part in the movie.
They needed Bruce Willis. That's what they needed.
Yeah. No one needs Bruce Willis anymore.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
I think it's because he wasn't really doing.
Anything?
Yeah, I mean, he had made some movies, but nothing was hitting.
Who?
Dan Aykroyd.
True. What was he making before Blues Brothers? What did he make before Blues Brothers?
Was it the?
Because
the astronaut one was it?
Oh no, he made a Grosse Point Blank in '97.
But that's a good movie. But I don't think that's his movie. That's John Cusack's movie. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
The Coneheads.
Man, his head got bigger, didn't it?
But that was in '93.
That was after Blues Brothers.
No, I'm talking about before 2000.
Oh, before Blues Brothers 2000?
Yeah, I think he wanted something that...
Sergeant Bilko.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
My Fellow Americans with
Celtic
with
Pride.
Jack Lemmon.
Celtic Pride.
Hey, you leave Celtic Pride alone.
The movie's garbage.
That movie is fine. It's okay.
But I think that's what I'm saying is that he wanted to make this movie because he wasn't really doing anything that was him. He was just in little parts here and there.
Well, he's better in those in the little parts.
My Girl 2 in '94.
Is that when they bring back
Macaulay Culkin using the Lazarus pit? Yeah. It's a different. That would have been a different movie. Using they just buried his body in the pet cemetery and he came back.
Nice. Hit him with a car afterwards. Crazy.
Yeah. He was in North.
That's Elijah Wood movie. Come on.
Yeah. He was good in Tommy Boy though.
There's your exit to Eden.
That was in '94.
Sneakers. He was in Sneakers. But other than that, he wasn't starring in anything. He didn't star in Grosse Point Blank. He did a voice in Ants that same year. But he's just after what was it? The Coneheads. He had no starring roles for any big budget movies because I consider Coneheads was a wide release at that time.
Yeah.
What's that movie he did with what's his name? Remember Humpty?
Nothing But Trouble?
Nothing But Trouble.
with John Candy.
That's another bad movie. Yeah.
That's not. It's not okay. That's Chevy Chase, and that's not a super bad movie.
Well, I don't know.
Don't. Yeah, you can't say that that's a horrible movie.
The glove don't fit.
It gave you
full of shit.
It gave you, Digital Underground singing same
Yeah,
song.
that's what I was
You have
thinking about.
Tupac in there. You have you do have Chevy Chase kind of ruining the movie, but you have Demi Moore. You have John Candy playing two parts.
Huh?
Playing John Candy, and then Dan Aykroyd playing the judge, the creepy judge. Because Dan Aykroyd again, it really does like his supernatural and horror stuff, and Nothing But Trouble is more of a horror comedy, even though it's not really funny.
Okay.
So it's not a bad movie. I'll fight.
It's
I'll
just
fight.
horrible.
Yeah. No, it's what? No. It's no Ghostbusters, but
Yeah.
No. Answer the call.
oh fuck you! No. Garbage. Did you hear that they want that they're
I
talking
heard.
like after
Doing a
the
couple- doing
after
a
the
sequel?
Snyder after the Snyder cut thing, Paul Feig was saying, "Oh, I have a 3-hour cut of
The
Ghostbusters."
feed cut.
Then no one wants to see. I don't want to see that.
No. Okay, now I'm interested. I want to see it.
Well, no,
Like,
he
the
is,
o-
he
the
is
only-
hilarious the way he says stuff like that.
The
though.
only reason I saw Ghostbusters Answer the Call is because I got it for free when I signed up for the movies online. When I signed up for my account, they gave you 5 free movies when you had Vudu or whatever it was.
and
that
you
was
just
one of
put your
those
hands up in
movies.
here and said, "Fuck it."
No, they just give you 5 movies. I didn't ask for that movie.
They just gave it to you.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you chose.
Nope.
What is this, like iTunes and the U2 album?
Yeah,
that
they just kind of
God
forced.
damn.
They forced Ghostbusters Answer the Call.
Fucking U2.
He was also in 50 First Dates, Dan Aykroyd,
Yeah, no.
but that was way after.
Best
but
joke in,
but he has
best
it.
joke in the whole movie.
Yeah, the penis.
Yeah.
But you do. Yeah, he really. He needed Blues Brothers to stay as I guess leading man, and he wrote the movie. He essentially put himself in the movie. It's his idea and all that stuff, but it just goes again. It's like the movie is not a movie that you would. It's no story. It's just musical. It's literally no bones. It's just musical performances. That's all the movie is. And if we get into the musical performances, I mean, in my opinion, the best song in the movie is the one with Wilson Pickett, Johnny Lang, and Eddie Floyd.
I don't know. I like that Blues Traveler song.
You like the is it this one?
Is that Roseanne?
Oh no, this one. It's Maybe Hour.
Oh yeah,
This
that's
one.
That was pre-surgery too.
He was a jalapeno popper at the time.
More like a bell pepper.
Long intro, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song.
Oh, I love this song.
It's a good song.
Blues Traveler is not bad. No.
No,
They are not at all.
I mean, they're not
Yeah, they're
relevant
pretty good.
now,
I like
but they're not a bad band.
Didn't he die?
And
They
no,
weren't.
he's still alive.
Really?
Yeah. But then, so you have the first song that they perform is "Cheaper to Keep Her." Then you get introduced to John Goodman's character Mac, and
Looking
he
for a
performs
fox.
with "Looking for a Fox," and this was actually a pretty good song too.
I'm all alone and fancy free. Oh, but that ain't the way I want to be. Now, girls, get your game up tight.
See, and that's another one. Like
Talking about vaginas.
You were doing the dance, like right. You were doing the
Elwood?
Jake
Yeah.
the Jake and Elwood dance that you would see when they performed, right?
I wonder if that's something they performed on stage.
You don't get that.
I don't doubt that.
Like these songs. Yeah, I'm sure they did, but you don't get that in this movie. You don't get that like where they both do that because John Goodman can't move like John Belushi, so you don't get that. And or Elwood does. He's already 18 years older from when he was a thin version of Elwood and younger, more spry. You don't get those same dance moves. It's kind of it's kind of a shame when you go back and you watch this movie. You're like, it's just not really worth it.
Yeah.
And then I don't like the Aretha Franklin Respect version at all. I don't like this version. Well, you had to know good. Yeah, that one.
Why she sounds so old?
I don't know. They should have just got Otis Redding.
Hey, what you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? You know I got it.
The original diva.
Elton John?
That's still Aretha.
RSPEC to the EC to PT. Yeah, that's what I like. I didn't like that. That does not flow. R to the E to the no, the way she says is O to the VZ. Yeah, she just listened the alphabet at that point.
It's out.
She just listened the alphabet, not even spelling respect.
Yeah.
A to the B to the C to the D. You know, it's so complicated. It's not. I don't like that update that she did to that. That they did to that song. At all.
Yeah,
at all. But again,
and I love me some Aretha, dude.
I heard she was a bitch.
Yeah, but I don't know her, so I just listen to her music. It doesn't matter.
I'll talk about my BB King experience soon.
Our BB King experience.
Yes.
You mean you're free?
Never. Experience? Yeah, but never meet your heroes. You know, that's the problem. Never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Especially when they look like big babies in pajamas in the back of their hair.
Well, I met one of them.
Tour bus.
The one from the movie.
Which one?
Dan Aykroyd.
He was really nice.
Dan Aykroyd?
No.
An extra from the movie? Well, yeah, because Johnny Lang is a religious young man. Respectful.
Yeah. He's a Christian.
Yeah, he. I waited at a table. I waited one of those tables when I was at
How long did it take?
Not long.
Because you waited, right?
What's wrong, dude?
You yellow?
I guess. It's too late. Too late now. You gotta keep
lost opportunity, sir.
Yeah. No, and then speaking about Johnny Lang, again, my favorite song in the movie.
He does not. His speaking voice is way different than his singing voice.
Oh yeah.
Well, no shit.
No, like he sounds like he's a 15-year-old girl.
He's really soft spoken.
Like, again, if you watch this performance for this song in the movie, you have Wilson Pickett, who still wears the Eddie Murphy leather special suits.
That mustache too.
Yeah, like that's his style, and it's always been his style. If you look at
Delirious
everything, he looks exactly like, he never changes. He always wears this all leather. Like, I'm sure there's all kinds of like moisture stuck inside there throughout this whole performance.
Got some funk.
Yeah, there is some funk hitting the fan. Funk.
That's how you get that rhythm, bro.
When the funk hits the
yeah. Then you do have like, and Johnny Lang is just his character in the movie is just he's credited as the janitor or the custodian.
Whips out a guitar once, all right.
Just in that scene. Yeah. Not every once in a while, because he's only in one scene.
That's about it. Yeah. Oh, and at the end when they're singing that song.
But that's like bringing everyone back. You have,
I said, hey,
and they even bring people who don't sing, like Nia Peoples and right, Mia Peoples.
You got to play the little guitar solo though. That's a good guitar solo.
You know, that's still a better guitar solo than anything John Lennon ever did.
I think that was random, but okay.
He's like, I just wanted to just reminded me of, because the beginning when you hear his solo, it just reminds me of how that's all of John Lennon's solos.
When he does
just have those two notes.
The Year Blues.
Yeah. Oh God.
That guitar solo in Year Blues.
He could write really good songs.
No, I'm not a big fan of John Lennon.
He's just real bad at guitar playing.
Imagine there's no.
If you watch the movie about like John Lennon's life,
yeah,
with the guy from Kick-Ass,
Yoko Ono,
the guy from Kick-Ass. The movie, yeah, it's called Yoko.
Thomas Lennon?
Okay. Say one more thing.
What's wrong, dude? You yellow!
Sean Ono. Apollo Ono, right? It's
I'm gonna throw this. You're gonna get it. This one's gonna hurt. No. Like he was even like. Well, I mean, in the movie, they showed that he was kind of jealous of Paul McCartney's skill at playing the guitar.
At everything, I think, because I think Paul was a better songwriter than John Lennon. I mean, they worked great together, but if you
separated them,
yeah, because then you have John's solo career, which isn't that great. His songs are not that good, but then you got
he has a couple songs.
Yeah, a couple maybe. I don't even give him that
but
much.
Paul McCartney has a lot more.
Yeah, dude. Wings.
Wait. It's only fair to mention
George Harrison.
No,
John Lennon died way before Paul McCartney.
Yeah, but as soon as they separated,
still Paul McCartney before he died had a whole bunch of hits.
All right, just want to make sure you know.
Everyone knows that John Lennon was killed.
That Paul McCartney allegedly killed him. I'm just saying, allegedly.
They caught the guy. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He paid the guy.
Why?
Allegedly.
Okay, now you have to explain why you say it's allegedly.
You're following that Elwood thing. Conspiracy theories.
Exactly. So I'm saying.
So wow.
Allegedly.
Explain how and why he would have benefited from it.
Because everybody keeps giving him credit for the music, but they're not.
It's a wacko.
Yeah. That made no sense. So okay.
I know.
So shut the fuck up.
Ass.
I know, because you were just trying to be funny, but it wasn't. No, but
I think even George, wrote better songs than John.
Here Comes the Sun.
Yeah.
It's a better song, but Paul McCartney.
I watched this whole thing about George being upset that John and Paul didn't really let him put his songs into the albums
because he's George Harrison.
Because they're backstabbing him.
Wow, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that was mean. That was just mean.
What? It's fine. It's not like they stole his wife. Man, what a pussy! You just let a man take your wife, and then you hang out.
You
with
do
him?
that all the time.
What?
You cuck.
No, but I think Patty and George had already broken up when she finally went to Eric.
Yeah. The past is the past.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll ask George when I die. It's fine.
Yeah, you're going to hell anyways.
I know. That's where I'm going. What do you think?
Yay. So again, I think if you were to rate one of the songs that you wouldn't want to hear in this movie, which one would it be? For me, it's Riders in the Sky, Ghost Riders in the Sky. I don't really like that. Yeah, I don't really like that song in the movie.
It's tough. I think Funky Nassau too. Really didn't enjoy that one.
I didn't mind it because you have what's his name? Piano.
Paul Schaefer.
Paul Schaefer, and not the Paul Schaefer Orchestra, just Paul Schaefer. You have him on the song.
No Letterman.
No Letterman. You don't. You're really dating yourself, dude. I think that only gives it a little bit of credit. And then you have Erykah Badu in that song, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's not a bad song. It just, I think Ghost Riders in the Sky, it's weird. Doesn't fit in the movie. All of a sudden you have the ghosts in the sky and it gets all weird in that part of the movie. You don't really need that song in the movie.
Yeah. The horrible special effects too.
Yeah.
Throughout.
But I do, other than the 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, what is it?
It sounds like you're making your numbers, but it's actual name.
It's is it John the Revelator? That song with Joe Morton? No. With Joe Morton when they're after he becomes a blues brother, and that's another part of the movie that I think is really stupid, where he flies straight up. Because in the first movie, at least in the first movie, you have the light shining at the church and on Jake, and the spirit hits him, and it shows him. This one, Joe Morton or the other brother
Cable
flies. The other cab flies up straight into the air. Miles Dyson goes straight into the air and then has a costume change in the middle of the sky and then flies back down. The only saving grace is the actual song. And but then all of a sudden he's doing backflips and somersaults and
revelation of Jesus.
yeah, that one.
Calling of the blood.
Yeah, the calling of the blood. That whole part. I really like that part. I just don't like
James Brown?
everything around it.
Yeah, James Brown was not good in that.
But I like when Joe Morton starts singing.
Calling
Yeah.
it blood.
Oh, Sam Cooke was amazing in that.
He's awesome. I love his voice.
Yeah.
John the Revelator, tell me who's that writing?
This is from the beginning.
John the Revelator, tell me who's
I don't
that writing?
I don't think they have the other one on.
Play the other one.
Who wrote the book of the seven seals?
Let's see if they have it. Oh, it is. It's all part.
Three, he laid away. He said, watch with me.
Rewind.
John the Revelator wrote the book of the seven seals. You know Christ had 12
The
apostles.
7 Seeds.
Three, he laid away.
Wrote the book of the
He said, watch
Siete
with
Mares.
me.
Seven Seals.
That's when they go to
Man, I want,
Gethsemane.
I want some seafood soup.
Go ye out and praise. Listen, what Christ wrote on Easter morning. Mary and Martha came down to see. He said, go and tell.
And this part of the movie was really only added as a nod back to the first movie where they go to the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is
Where James Brown also plays the Reverend.
yeah, the same one, Cleophas James.
To meet
Yeah.
me in Galilee.
Oh, we know him. We know him.
Who's that writing?
I love me some gospel.
Who's that writing? Yes, he did.
Tell me why I'm shouting. Tell me why I'm shouting. Tell me why I'm shouting.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Joe Morton can
He can sing.
blow. He can
He
blow.
can blow. I saw him in that movie once.
This one, Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah. Blowing.
You know, I thought I was a policeman. An officer of the law.
That's a real. That's like a good song in the movie. It's just the movie's garbage. The rest of the movie's garbage.
Any part of the movie that has no music
Yeah.
Is garbage.
Yeah,
and Aretha
that's
Franklin.
what I was telling my
don't-
son
you-
yesterday after we
You
watched
don't
it.
need Buster. You don't need Buster Blues, and the movie ends.
Wait.
in such a
But Buster does. I kind of enjoy watching Buster dancing around, especially like when they go to.
His harmonica part's not bad.
But that's John Popper.
No, he does a harmonica
Is it?
part too, and then when they do.
That's John Popper.
Yeah, but
know
Buster,
that.
but
It's not the
Buster's
kid, it's John
acting
Popper.
like he's doing it. And then the scene where they're
Oh yeah. Well, you know
in
that.
the Mercedes Benz dealership when when Aretha's
Yeah,
doing
and he's
respect
dancing?
and he's dancing around. Come on, it looks cool. Like with him in the front, and
You know you can.
it reminds me of the Blues Brothers show in Universal Studios.
Oh yeah, they still have that.
They do?
Yeah. In the Orlando one, at least the last time I went, they still had it. It's on the side street.
Oh.
They don't have a stage or anything for it, but it just has a little small street.
They don't get paid by Universal. It's just some
They
random
just
dude
show
shows
up in the car.
I got a season pass. And it is Dan Aykroyd.
Because he's not doing
He
anything.
ain't doing shit. That's why.
No, but
Except for making money
and
off of,
Don't even get me started.
Guys,
Again,
these
I'll
are
go back.
awesome.
Don't get me started on how this movie ends in such a horrible way.
Oh yeah,
It's like all of it. It's an abrupt ending. Like it doesn't really have an ending. Like at least the first one, you have all those car crashes and like the army swarms in and everything at the end of the first one. In this one, they just drive away and then the names come up onto a song, and I was like, this is garbage. Stupid ending. I like the song. I like how the performances and everything. I like the last song that they performed together. What is it? Turn On Your Love Light. That's a good song, but it's just a horrible ending.
it's abrupt.
And I don't like movies like that. Like the last movie that I saw, and it came out this year that had that stupid abrupt ending like that too. It was called The Turning with
Who's
Finn
in that?
Finn Wolfhard, the little kid from Stranger Things, and like the
that scary movie?
Scary my ass. The Terminator chick, the chick from the Terminator, the new Terminator. She plays
The babysitter or something?
Terminator.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the when she gets hired to
Mackenzie
watch the two kids.
Davis.
Phillips.
I think is their name.
She's hired
she
to watch these two kids, and
Yeah.
then okay.
That movie had the dumbest ending. Like one of the most abrupt endings. Like she sees some sort of monster shape or whatever, and she goes and she grabs his shoulder you don't see it, and you just see the horror in her face, and then the credits roll. You like none of the movie had any horror in it. Nothing was scary. It was garbage. I laughed when I when they had the directors like a Q&A after, and people were shitting on the director for making a stupid ending like that.
Nice.
I would have,
as
that was
be.
that was a waste of a AMC A-list space.
What's AMC?
You know, back in the 2019s, we
Back
had
in
these
the-
movie theaters.
Back in the early 2019s,
Yeah.
there were these places called cinemas in which we would go watch films directed, written by people.
Not at home, because you could do that and watch them at home now. But
Now we watch films at home on our televisions, streamed to us for millions. We watch movies about trolls
you watch movies about trolls constantly.
constantly.
You have kids.
Still haven't
You have
seen that.
kids. They watch trolls. It happens.
How is it? Is it okay?
Which one?
Trolls too?
Trolls. Yeah.
The World Tour?
I have my concerns about it just because
It makes no. It's kind of like the Blues Brothers 2000 of the Trolls movies,
Nice.
where it's all about the music.
yeah, it's not really about
It's
the
not.
story.
Yeah, the story is very bleh.
And they do the same thing they did with the Rise of Skywalker. Like they don't really let Finn tell Rey what he really wants to tell her. Trolls has that same kind of thing going on.
Well, she tells him. He
But
tells
it's-
him at the end.
But it's very. I watched the first Trolls movie, and it feels like it's more of a real world, and then the second movie is more of a yarn world.
Yeah, they make it seem it's a big world, but it's actually condensed in a little spot.
It's very weird. It's very, very weird.
I don't like the female rock troll. Played by
Your son
Rachel
is
Western.
the one that watches that movie, anyways.
But he likes the song one more time.
Constantly. Yeah, I know that.
One more time. He's like wakes up, goes one more time. One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
his
watched
jam
him do
right
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Well,
but
that and Sexy and I Know It.
I got to see that. That you got to show me.
No,
Yeah.
No, I
no,
don't.
I have to see it.
because even Benji sits through that and I'm Too Sexy.
Ben can't
Right.
walk.
No,
so
but
all he does
stares
all
at
he
it,
does is sit.
and he can start crying. You play it, he'll stare at it
Yeah.
and just keep he's mesmerized.
Well, he
by
also
it.
likes watching Rob Zombie music videos.
Damn
So-
right.
Damn right.
Them's the breaks, son.
What's the matter with you? Why are you doing
Hey,
that to that kid?
hey, Rammstein is good for him too.
Jesus. Rammstein is not good for anybody.
He enjoys it.
Garbage.
I tried doing Prodigy, but apparently the lyrics are offensive.
What about some Creed?
Why?
With Scott Stapp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Gross.
Well,
No,
he's
I
playing
wouldn't
other
do it.
garbage music.
Oh, how dare you?
They'll listen to even the Three Little Pigs from Green
Jelly.
Yeah, Green Jelly.
Little
pig, let me in.
You don't have to perform it.
I know, but it's just people realize what I'm listening.
No, yeah, you could look up Little Pigs by Green Jelly on YouTube. You don't have to perform
We'll
it,
just put a
you
link
dumb
on the
fuck.
bottom.
We never put
just
links.
say we are. We
Stop
never-
saying we never put links. It's your job. You're the social media. You never do anything.
That's why we have no followers.
All you're doing is sending WWE stuff on the Twitter.
I put one recently.
That's all you do. That and just WWE stuff. That's it. Like,
They are Hollywood now.
get your head out your ass and do other stuff.
I want to go.
So yeah.
You want to go? All right. No, but again, Blues Brothers 2000. If you're gonna watch it,
Segway.
skip through the middle parts and just watch the movies. Just watch the songs.
Go on YouTube, watch the performances.
Yeah, just watch them. You don't really need to watch this movie. If you want to watch a good Blues Brothers movie, watch the first one because that one has at least a
story.
reason.
Carrie Fisher.
That one has an actual plot, a story, and character development. That's the main thing. It has character development. This one has no character development, no real characters. They're just like empty shells.
I do enjoy the all-star cast performance at the end, though.
With everyone?
Yeah, with everybody.
Even the people who can't sing, like Daryl Hammond.
No.
Or,
When
or you mean the actual performance?
yeah. When BB performs, "How Blue Can You Get?"
How silly can you? Oh no, that's Top Secret.
Ooh, I haven't seen Top Secret in a while.
I saw it recently.
Still a good movie.
Bend down hearted, baby.
I'm telling you, I'm still a fan of BB King. I still like BB King, even though he was really really mean.
His people were mean.
No, he was mean. He was like not mean, but he was just rude.
He was nice to me.
He was just tired.
He was like 165.
And diabetes.
No, he was heavier than that.
He had a diabetes.
No, I'm talking about age wise.
Oh.
He needed his insulin.
It's because we were the last ones in the bus. And
but I was the only.
Yeah, but we were
kid.
laughing in the back of the line.
So no respect. That's why it's no respect. We don't respect nobody.
Yeah. We were laughing. The big bag of Doritos. I remember that.
And then he just had
kinda
the,
want some Doritos,
and then he's just wearing pajamas already. He looked like, and he had like a blanket. He looked like a big baby.
I did want to cuddle with him.
He did look like baby Huey. But
he wears the bib when he eats, by the way.
Yeah, but and then he just signed the autograph and was like, get out of here, get out of here.
Like the ET, right?
Yeah.
Friend.
He just stamped. It was a stamp. It wasn't even a signature. It was a stamp. He was like, here, I'll send this Dorito for you. I'm like, can I have another one?
Use
I'm
a
hungry.
chip off the old block.
And I remember I was underage getting into that club. You got me into that the club to watch them for free.
Yeah. Thanks, Ozzy.
Yeah, that was cool. And then getting to meet him at the end, even though he didn't say much. Because I would have talked to him about I used to have it. We used to have the cassette tape, like the VHS tape.
That's around the time Riding with the King came out.
Let me finish my story, bitch. Jesus Christ, you hear I'm in the middle of a story. I'm not like you that doesn't have a point in my stories. I can tell a story real quick. I wanted to talk to him about like the fact that we had his VHS tape, but like his guitar theory on how to play the guitar and how I played a lot of his vibrato and his style. I played a lot similar to his style because my fingers are not the normal guitar player length or girth. They're a little thicker, and not long fingers. And so my vibrato was very similar to his vibrato because that's the only one that I could really do. And I wanted to talk to him about that, but he gave me no time of day.
Yeah.
Literally he wanted to eat his Doritos in peace.
No, but he did that to everybody. It was just hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye.
Yeah, at least shake my hand or something, and nothing. And I still have it, like his autograph. It's it's Vin. He just wrote Vinny with BB King. That's it. To Vinny, BB King.
I don't know what happened.
He wrote it in Doritos powder.
Yeah, I still have mine. It's in where all my records are, and I still have it there. But that's just a memory that I'll never forget because it wasn't what I really wanted. My meeting with BB King.
Yeah, I was very disappointed too. But I let it go. Whatever. I still love his music.
I'll never let it go.
Oh no! Oh, and you guys weren't even there like the year after when the partial owners went up and performed with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, it's a good story.
No wonder they shut it down.
No, because that's actually right before I left. Actually, right after I left, like the week after the last performance, the co-owner Steven Seagal went up and performed with them.
Was he really?
Yeah. He strums more than anything. He doesn't actually play.
No wonder you're a big fan of Steven Seagal. He was your boss.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That's Bruce Willis.
Puñeta.
There you go. That's
You know, Steven Seagal is a big guitar collector.
Yeah, he is.
They sound like party poppers to you. Party poppers. Under Siege.
He's got an Albert King guitar.
What happened?
He has an Albert King guitar.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was it.
Then that became the John Lovitz night, comedy club that nobody went to, because it's John Lovitz.
I went to it for free once.
because
and I
it's
saw
John
him perform.
Lovitz. Because it was John Lovitz.
And he just
All right, yeah, you don't
went
tell
off on
us.
a heckler. It was pretty hilarious.
Well, you deserved it
Hey, fuck them.
You know, he opened his club because nobody lets him perform in any other club.
because no one likes him, and then
Yeah.
he
And he's a dick.
yeah,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegra?
Yeah, but definitely if you're gonna want to watch
The
Blues
first
Brothers 2000 for the performances, but watch the first one for the movie and the characters, and the better time is had with the first movie versus the Blues Brothers 2000. And don't play the video games on the N64 or anything, because those I was watching like the long play of those of the video game, and that game made no sense whatsoever. It was literally just a cash grab for a video game. That was a time when every movie had a video game. The Color Purple had a video game. Like,
No, it
really?
My baby.
Yeah.
My baby's gone.
Misery had a video game. You had all these movies that didn't need. When you make a Time to Kill into a video game, it's not that you crossed the line.
Yes, it deserved to die.
Choose your own adventure.
Dun-dun-dun.
But definitely watch the first one. But the music is the best part of Blues Brothers 2000
Hey, I heard they're making a Dragon Slayer movie.
with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think he bought the rights, or he's developing it, or something like that. Yeah,
That sounds pretty dope.
yeah.
Pretty dope.
Depends on how they make it. If
As
you
long-
make it a sword and shield type of movie, like an old school movie, it'll be awkward. It'll be cool, but if you also make it like one of those movies where, like a Jumanji, where kids go into the video game, it's gonna be stupid. It's a fine line with the Don Bluth.
That they should make a choose your own adventure.
movie for Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, it would work best like if you do it for Netflix.
Yeah, streaming service. You can just pick your own thing.
Yeah, just like they did with the Kimmy
Yeah.
Schmidt
Oh yeah, Kimmy. I was
thing
gonna
and,
say
and
Jimmy Kimmel.
Bandersnatch.
The what was it?
The Black Mirror Bandersnatch. It was a choose your own adventure movie.
Nice.
So during parts of the movie, it would ask you like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And then that determines the outcome
Oh,
of,
so
of what you
like
see.
if doing that would not work in a movie theater.
No, you have to do it. You would have to do it at home. Mm-hmm. It would be awkward to do in the movie theater because everyone chooses different things. It would break the system. It would break the system.
And then you'd get a riot.
Yeah. And then everyone breaks into the Apple store and steals Macs and iPhones that get tracked
Yeah.
and blacklisted. Idiots. The one thing you don't steal is Apple products because they just lock those up quick on the Apple end. If you're going to steal anything, steal like Windows PC stuff because that.
Toilet paper. That's what I need.
Get a
Got some
bidet.
in my car.
Get a bidet.
I always carry an emergency pack in my car.
You always carry a change of underwear too.
That's true.
Unless you got to pull over on the freeway.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
You won't even ever use the bathroom in public. So I don't understand how you would go on the freeway.
No, you pull her out.
You would never go in a public bathroom. You would never go in public, period.
When you have to, you have to.
Even
And
when
it's-
you have to, you never go into
It's
a
right when
public
it's about
toilet.
to leak out. You're like, goddamn,
Disgusting.
I'm holding it, but still, I feel like it's still coming out.
It looks like a hot dog bun.
It's like you got a hot dog bun and you smeared mustard in it, the brown mustard specifically. You got the grain,
What are you, a
the
baby?
grainy brown mustard.
You need
it feels
fiber
like
and
that.
water in your diet. If
don't.
it's like mustard color.
I'm just saying,
Something wrong
it
with your
happens.
innards.
It happens.
No, it doesn't. If you're an adult, it doesn't.
I shit myself in my car once
On purpose.
because I'll be damn. I'm getting out of line in and out, huh?
I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna go to the bathroom before I eat. I'm just gonna go while I'm eating. Well, this has
Slides
been
right through.
this has been an episode. This has been an episode.
That's a horrible
about it.
ending, by the way.
As much as I liked Blues Brothers 2000 as a kid, like as younger, like I enjoyed it. I couldn't enjoy it now as an adult. It's a not a good movie.
No,
it's a not a good movie.
It's a performance movie. You just want to watch the performances. It's a musical where you just need the songs. Without the songs or without the performances, this movie would not work at all. And there's a reason why like it has such low scores by critics and everywhere on IMDb. Like the ratings, it's not. A lot of people don't like this movie. It's not the original.
It's not.
So I can't wholeheartedly recommend watching this movie. Just watch the performances on YouTube.
If you love music, watch it. But just skip to the music.
Yeah, definitely.
So would you say it's a so bad it's bad?
That's so stupid. Shut
Or is
up.
it so bad? Is it?
That's
it's
the
good. No,
dumbest.
because you're like saying, wait, you know what?
You know what?
Watch it for the performances. Movie kind of sucks. There's barely any movie in between it.
It's a movie that you can watch in clips on YouTube instead. That's it. It's not so bad. That's the stupidest thing you said.
No, it's just
today.
Yeah.
And it's morning.
Yeah.
And it's morning.
Yeah.
So.
But this has been Vinny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We'll see you guys next week.
And I'm looking for a fox.
In case I don't see ya.